Hi, my name is Zikra. Like what you see, give me a
Like and subscribe.
Hi guys. So today we're going to make a different kind of journal. We've seen people upcycle like storybooks or golden books and stuff. But I have this cute little soft toy looking bag which my daughter loves. She loves this bag. But as you can see, this handle keeps breaking and tearing. No matter how many times I've sewn it on, it just won't stay. So I thought, and she's finally given up on it as well. She's like, okay, mommy, I don't want it anymore. But I know she loves this, so, and she just loves how soft it is. And she loves cats. She loves cats and she loves unicorns. So this was all in one. And she sort of likes purple. I'm not sure if she likes purple because of me, because my favorite color is purple. But she says she also likes purple. She's 6, by the way. So I wanted to turn this, upcycle this bag. As you can see, this is like some chocolate milk that had spilled or something in the past, because she had taken this for to a field trip, I think, once, and that kind of leaked. But this is washed. I did go ahead and remove everything. It's washed, it's clean. Of course, this stain isn't going anywhere, but that's okay. Stuff that back in, and I think we're going to start turning this into a journal. Let's just go ahead and take this cute bag apart. Now, this is the first time I'm doing such a thing as well. So let's just maybe turn it inside out like this and start cutting it up into pieces and try to save as much much fabric as we can and try to utilize as much as we can. So let's start with the handles maybe. Get my fabric scissors and cut it up. Maybe the bottom can wait. Let's start ripping this part. So there's some kind of cotton pieces coming out because, as I said, I did wash it and we weren't meant to see inside here anyway. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and cut this white bit out. Not too neatly, just so I can see what we're working with. Of course, I'm sure I could go ahead and rip it, but I don't want to risk tearing anything that I don't want to be ripped that way. So that's why I'm using scissors, and scissors seem a bit less effort anyway. Okay, I'm not going to throw this out. This may come in handy. So let's just keep that aside. Ooh, and look at all this cotton that's coming off. Okay. Now I'm not a seamstress or anything. So I don't know how this goes. Oh, that seems to be ripping, so let's just follow that. Okay, just like that, we got our first piece. That's good. Let me just get rid of all this stuff. More cutting. If you're somebody that has allergies, you might want to, if you're allergic to dust, perhaps you should wear a mask. Okay. Is this going to rip or do I need to cut it? Seems like I do need to cut it, but that is a zip. I'm not a seamstress, as I said, so I'm not quite sure. I don't really know how to use or make use of a zip, and this zip seems to be missing somehow. Interesting. The main zip seems to be missing, so that's okay. Let's just look on this side. Just going to go at it like that. Same on this side. Now this pouch bit is super cute. It has the face. So let's just see if I can save that bit and just cut around it. Let's do that. So I'm just trying to cut the individual pieces away. Are we going to use every single piece from the bag? Maybe not, but hey, we can try. As I said, this is my first time turning a bag into a journal. A soft toy looking bag. Be fun to try. Because we don't like to throw anything out, do we? Okay, that's another strip there. Okay. Go on to the second layer. It's very, very fluffy, and oh my gosh, it's getting all over the place. So these are the pieces, excuse me, these are the pieces that we're left with. We're left with this face piece with a zip attached to it, a back piece, the handles, another piece, another couple of pieces. They're still fraying, as you can see. So I'm not really sure if I'm going to use every single piece, but this is the main piece that we want. So let me just put these pieces away. So I know we went ahead and cut off this piece, but I wasn't really happy with the white piece on it. So I'm wondering if I take this piece of material and attach it like that. Like if I hand sew it. Just go ahead and sew this piece on in the middle like that, and then sew the rest on. So let me just go ahead and do that. I'm wondering now if I can use these pieces to just go in here like that, so it looks puffy. So it's like a puffy face. Or have I completely ruined this bag that I was going to throw away anyway? I think I am just going to stick to my plan, and I'm going to hand sew this bit just below the zip line, just below that. I'm just going to use my needle and thread. And am I a professional seamstress or a sewer? Not really, not at all. I have done a few classes in embroidery. I am familiar with the sewing machine a bit, but am I a pro? Not really. I'm just going to take a needle and thread. I've got some thread here, just white thread, because it was on my desk. And I'm just going to hand sew this thing. Oops. Okay. If you don't need to, if you don't want to make this a functional, like, you can go ahead and completely ignore the zip part. But I want to try to make it a functional piece. So let me start somewhere. I am going to put this in, as I said, and just put this on top. Maybe this piece is too big also, but I am just going to start. Maybe I should trim it a little. See, I'm thinking because I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Let me just start though, somewhere. Yeah. So let me just start. So let me just start there. Oh yeah. Let me go on the on the zip bit or next to it. See, I'm already overthinking this. Great. But hopefully it will be worth it. Maybe my daughter will love it. Maybe she'll be like, "Oh, mommy, what did you do to my bag?" And I'll just have to tell her that she wanted to throw it anyway. So this is me trying to give it a new life. So she could have it. I think other people would just turn this into maybe like a soft toy. But I don't know. Hopefully this works. Something new, something different for me as well. Loves getting caught to this horn. I'm just trying to roughly sew it. I think this is called a running stitch. So so I can roughly do it, and then I can go over again with a more tighter stitch. But I just want to get a rough idea of how it'll look. Hopefully this is working. I think I'm just going to go ahead and trim off the excess material. And try to keep it as flat as I can. Hope this is a good idea. So let's go on sewing. I'm not even trying to be neat, guys. I just want this bit to be covered. Again, I'm just going to trim away. This is just an extra step I'm doing, as I said. If you have something like this, you don't have to, and you're probably a better seamstress or better at sewing than I am. I think this thread is too short to go further, so I'm just going to knot this up. Just taking some new thread. Of course, if you own a sewing machine and you know what you're doing with the sewing machine, with a really heavy duty one, like I think they have those like sewing machines for jeans or denims, those could probably handle very thick material. This isn't very thick, it's just that I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, and I probably will mess up my sewing machine, so that's why I think this gives me more confidence anyway, just taking my time and sewing it with the hand. I get to see. Or you have like a really good hot glue gun, like a really heavy duty industrial hot glue gun, that would also work. You don't have to do this bit, but I do want most of these pieces to be flat, not curved or anything like that. So continuing on. Looks like we're almost at the top again. I know I could have left that white thing that we added in, like I could have kept it that way, but I wanted to see what it actually looks like. That's why I had to take it away, like remove the entire thing. I had to study what I was working with, and that's why I wanted to remove it. Now see, I have to be aware I can't join this up. Okay, I have to undo these. Yay, the undoing part I hate. I think nobody likes doing the undoing part, but here I am. I was supposed to be sure not to go over the zip. That was the whole point of this thing. Okay, no worries, patience. Okay, just a couple more. I'll do one more. Hopefully they don't get entangled. Okay, I think that's good. And so instead of going all the way on the top, I will just stick to the bottom where the zip ends over here. So let me reinsert this needle to the thread to the needle. Okay, and this time let's not go above that zip. Okay, let's just go ahead and sew in the next bit. Right. And this doesn't have to be too pretty because it's going to be covered anyway. This back piece is never going to be seen, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, let's just stop there, and I'm going to knot it up. So we've just managed to do something roughly. It's not the prettiest, but it's something. So we don't have to deal with the ugly stuff coming out. Now let's just see if this zip still functions. Does it? It does. Okay. Now, am I going to be able to secure this and make it look pretty as well? That is a question we'll have to deal with later. But at least for now, we know the zip is functional. If it doesn't, if it doesn't really fit what I want to do, when I make in the journal, I will just seal it up and make it look, the zip will just be a decoration piece, because I don't want to stress myself beyond what I have going through. So let's just put this cat face thingy away for now. I've just taken a paper bag roughly, and since it's for my daughter, I would like for her to make this into like a sticker book, or she loves to draw a lot. She can paste and glue things on because she is just 6. So instead of having it go this way, maybe I can have the journal that opens this way, so it's still functional. And I'm going to make it with paper bags as well, so it can be almost like a scrapbook or a glue book, trash book. I am a journal maker, junk journal maker. Even though I rarely use any junk, if you will, I just use cereal boxes and paper bags, but everything else is pretty much new. Anyway, I think it just makes sense to use paper bags for this. Most of the paper bags I have, I think, are this size. Let's just start with one and just see how it goes. I am trying to think of a quicker way to do this. I'm going to measure 2.5 inches at the top on the side of the handle. The side of the handle, yeah. 2.5 inches. Excuse me. Again, using my pen knife, I'm just going to cut it up. Get rid of that. We don't really need our board anymore. And this is where it helps to sort of bring it up like this. Okay. I'm just going to pass my pen knife through the paper bag. You can see this V. I'm not going from the middle, I'm going from the sides. So again, please be careful. Watch your fingers and go slow. And if you feel like it's blocking somewhere, just lift it up. Like that. Now you can go at the bottom like this as well. And then I'm going to go to the other side. And just like that, I have one piece. I'm going to do the other one as well. Again, so now when I open it up, you guys, you can see they're not bothered about this piece. Just going to use the inner piece, the outer pieces. I mean, And there we have it, guys. So now we have our pages and they're coming along nicely. So we have a couple of pages now, like this. And it's not too bad. Maybe I will go ahead and glue them together like this. So she's only left with these brown papers. So let me just see where that cat face is. And yeah, I think it's big enough for her to paste things. And it's kind of cute. She can go ahead and paste and glue things. Before I go though, I just want to show you what I will be doing. I'm just going to take my glue stick and just go around them. Last time when I made the paper bags, I have a couple of series that I made with the paper bags, and I used my glue stick and they are perfectly fine. They're holding up very well. This paper seems to like the glue stick. So if you want to use white glue, you can use that. If you want to use double-sided tape, you can use that. If you want to use more expensive type of glue, because you feel like your paper bag's even heavier than the regular paper bags, you can do that. You can do anything you want. So I'm just going to make sure that they're glued like this, so they just become one piece. Am I going to worry too much about the edges? Not really. I mean, I might go ahead and trim them down anyway, or I might leave them as well. But I'm just going to try to glue them as best I can. But most probably it is her glue book kind of thing. So it is a junk journal as well. So let's see how it goes. But for right now, let me just show you that this is what I am doing. Because yeah, so she can go ahead and paint and go crazy with these papers. Because paper bags are actually quite good for painting and gluing stuff down. And everybody has paper bags at home. So I'm just showing you my process about how I'm trying to upcycle this bag. And I didn't want to use papers because I think those wouldn't have been too big enough to fit this face, this kitty face, this cute kitty face. And that's why I chose paper bags. I'm not sure how many pages I'm going to add in, but we'll see. Let me just see how many I could do. So I'm just going to cut them up like this, glue them with the glue stick, guys, and they just become one page. So let's just do that first. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video, guys. Bye.